All right. Hello, everybody. We are back finally after being gone for so long. Lucas of Lucas G Variety is back with my buds to play the Band of Blades actual play. And we are Band of Blades, the Immortals. This is session number 7 already. Already, he says. But yes, session number 7. This is Thursday, August the 19th, 2021. And yeah, my phone's already always dinging as soon as I pick it up. Anyways, this is the game Military Fantasy Forged in the Dark, rules by Stras Asimovich and John LaBeouf Little. We are back to continue our mission that we were in called Screaming Citadel. And yeah, I think we have the Lore Keeper to give us a recap because we were kind of right in the middle of everything. And so I'm going to let him do the recap. We'll put in little bits that we have and then we'll continue. I will say, though, before we go over there, our Spy Master, Mr. Jeff, is not with us right now, so it's going to be the three of us. Well, 4 including me. I never count myself. I'm pushing on without him, and we're gonna make him proud. Jeff, I hope you're watching. So Spud will not die in vain, but he will surely be French fried, insulted, and shared amongst us. All right, I'll pass it over to the Lore Keeper and shut my mouth.
All right. Last time, Gyox, Medic Rakash, Scout Black Standing Storm, and the Shattered Lions were sent to find the banner mission. Officer Joster and Ghost Owls left on a secondary mission. At the same time that after we were done doing the mechanical part, the cinematic was Shreya, our chosen, and Commander Trovald, which was Jodo 225's character, called the command staff to the tent in around 1:50ish in the morning. The staff all greeted Shreya and the commander, noting a figure in a cloak hidden in the back of the room. Commander Trovald told everyone that he was given his last order and stepping down as commander of the Legion. And because he was being sent on a special mission by the said chosen Shreya. There was a conversation regarding accepting a new commander, and eventually they agreed to the change. Back to temporary, I don't know why my notes do this, but for some reason, back to mechanical things. When we were getting ready to go to the mission, we found out that Blighters minions were going to be on this mission and at least one lieutenant. Back to in-character stuff. During the mission, the team found the dig site and looked for an old entrance on the tower type structure built into the mountain, and they went inside. Inside, they fought spiders and then began working their way up the inside of the old tower that had been cut out of the rock. They found themselves in a massive underground section and eventually found themselves outside a vault that should hold the banner they sought. But at the top of some stairs above them, the dead were attempting to dig into and get to the banner themselves, leaving us caught in the middle of our objective and our enemy. And that's all I had.
Sounds about right to me. Any details you other guys want to fill in?
I'll admit, I don't really remember too much outside of lots of spiders. And us attempting to kill ourselves with fire.
No, that's it. That's about it. There's the tower. You guys could have assaulted it directly. You could have rock climbed up over, or you found the little basically spy gate at the base of the mountain. That's where you went in. Old ancient caverns, working your way up to this. Basically used to have a Legion's watchtower down in the mountain, and you guys worked your way up from the bottom, and you came across the spiders. You are trying to find the Tantari banner, which is the original banner when the Legion was created well over 1,000 years ago. We know what the bonuses are mechanically, but in story, it would be a great relic to have on your side, and to really boost the morale of the squad, or keep it boosted when fatal things happen to those members. And yeah, you have the Shattered Lions and 3 specialists for this mission. The 3 of you are playing the specialists, but you still have your squad of rookies with you, right? And I think all of them have been named. Not all of them have been used. Mackett and Nuckett, is that right?
The brothers.
Mackett, Nuckett. Russet Growing Spud.
The one and the only.
Kole Ovishana.
We haven't gotten around to her as much.
And Dame Hadriana Lopio. Same, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Yep, and then we have, as you said, Black Standing Storm, Rakash, and who am I missing? Oh yeah, Yax Hakletovic. The heavy, the medic, and the scout. Am I correct? You guys had, I think you were rolling pretty good, and you're still in a controlled position, I believe. You guys were rolling pretty well last time. You took the spiders out with little to no challenge. You worked your way up, and yes, you've come up to this basically. Found out wherever the tower is on top doesn't matter at this point, but they built like the dwarves would, in some other fantasy thing. They built down into the mountain like this underground fortress. Really, it could have housed a sizable army in times of need. So you got a scouting tower that just unleashes an army. You're like, whoa. But you've come up from the basement, from all the cellar and the storerooms, and you've come up to this big open room. And ahead of you was this double wide, huge staircase that would go up to the tower. But that's all been caved in, and that's where the undead are trying to dig into right now. You can hear them. Bits of rock are, falling down. Over to the right, there's this huge dining table that's collapsed under its own weight. Probably holds like 200 people at it. Or wood, old fireplace, a couple other rooms off to the right, off the dining table, and then to the left, there's this huge set of sealed doors. They're there, looks almost untouched by the years and the dust and the corruption of anything. Like it looks like it stands there, benevolent, amongst all this, decrepit, decayed stuff around you. And in the middle of it you see it on the overlay down below, made by Dom here, but you see the original symbol of the Legion, which is black raven with an infinity sign on it, on a circle of green. Now, the Legion has been one giant army, but it's had its separate, I always get the term wrong, is it platoons? Its own sections within it that have their own banners, right? Squads. Well, you guys are a squad. You're a little bit, right? What would be the Immortals as a whole? Like you're all 6 squads together. What would a company maybe? Is that the right term?
I'm not a military man.
Me neither.
Um,
I'm just like
at the size that we are, I believe company would be the best.
Okay.
Or squadron, if it was modern military.
Okay, let's say your company was the Immortals. You hung on to the original name where you had like the Golden Bears and some other ones that are all been eradicated, right? But so you're looking at the symbol that you've carried on. So right in the middle of these like doors that are sealed together.
Company's accurate.
Okay, your company. Then yeah, you got this large circular seal that we see here. So you've reached it. You've reached it relatively quietly and quickly. We got some clocks running. The dig hasn't gone as fast as you might think it is because you reacted fast. The alert clock is not bad, and the vault has not been opened either. So here we are in front of this thing, and it looks like it's sealed up tighter than a drum. So Spud's there scratching his head with his hoe, modified hoe, and Mackett and Nucket are just kind of like having a quiet conversation. You guys can role play your former characters you played too. I don't care. And then the 3 of you. So now you can hear the undead trying to dig through. It won't be long before they get through. What do you guys do?
well, we need to get this door open.
And I think Yax is the squad leader this time. Let's just remember this.
Well, I suppose the quiet method is of no more use to us, isn't it? I'll turn towards the door and throw my large insert weapon here. I know I named it in the last session. Was it a flail?
I think you said it was a flail.
I usually pick a flail.
It sounds good enough for me. Are
Awesome.
you using some form of might?
Yes, I'll begin whipping it around over my head, and I'm just going to smash the ball of the flail into the into the door. I'm trying to wreck it.
You're going for some straight up wreckage. Okay, not even messing around anymore. Okay, sounds like.
I think I could help him by spending one of my tonics to give him physical potency.
Okay, so basically up his effect.
Yep.
Well, let's see. What was my clock for vault
You just-
opened? All right.
He just throws it at the hammer as it flies, and it just happens to hit the hammer.
Oh
Hammer
my God.
glows a little bit.
Okay.
Boom!
So I'm saying, I mean, you guys have been controlled, but this would be a risky position, obviously, because there's noise involved here, and probably limited effect because it's quite a sealed door. Matter of fact, I'd probably say it's probably starting at 0 effect, but with the potency he gives you, it'd probably give you limited.
All right.
So I mean, you can trade position for effect. You can obviously increase. You can push yourself. I don't think we have any free pushes on as donations right now.
Not at the moment. I'm the only one that still has any of that left.
Oh yeah, that one that we were talking about earlier.
And I keep avoiding using it because I just keep forgetting about it once we actually get going.
So you
Or I don't roll. Or I just don't roll and assist.
That's okay. Let's see. Yeah, you can get group help. I can give you a devil's bargain. I could just go with it with the way it is. Like I said, it's just risky, and you're going limited right now with a tonic thrown in.
I mean, risky and limited sounds like a pretty bad deal to me. I say we devil's bargain. What would you say for that? Like a collapse, maybe?
There is the possibility that it's. Yeah, I guess that's something that there's going to be. Your clock's going to be a little larger for the escape clock, because it's going to maybe collapse some of the building around you because you're just going to hit it with all your might. There's also the alert clock is going to go up by 2. Which is going to make them move faster once they. But the alert clock is 1 out of 4 right now.
Yeah, I see that. This is starting to sound like a bad idea.
But you never roll bad, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll just take the I'll take the base deal. How about that?
You mean the way it is?
The way it is.
I mean, you say you can trade position for effect and make it a desperate standard. And you can.
You could.
And you can. I'm just giving you options. You could also push yourself for 2 stress to give you an extra die as well, or extra level of effect. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smash it.
Okay.
I'm gonna wreck it.
We can also provide assist by taking a stress, right? Or is that just
Yes.
Yeah.
A single
No,
stress
then I'll
gives.
take it. Assist.
All right. How would you assist this flail smashing into this beautiful, unblemished icon of
Obviously, I'm, as he's getting ready to swing it over, I'm kind of looking it over and kind of feeling it up with the hands, and I'll feel like kind of like a dent in the door already.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe from someone else having tried to barge their way in previously and steal the flag, a looter of some kind. And instead, I'll just kind of point out, like, right here. This is already a little dented, a little weaker.
All right.
And I'll, just kind of, mark it with a little bit of stuff and, step far, far back.
Okay. Mark a weak spot. So down with an extra dice in the rolling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but risky and limited, I guess, is what we're looking at here. Good.
So 1 bonus die.
1 bonus die.
Oh.
You do
There's
it.
the 6.
All right.
Bonus die mattered.
It did.
Indeed, it did.
It did. All right. Well, there we go. I'll mark the clock. And you hit it, and it's like the seal goes around, and it looks like the doors, like maybe one door actually holds the seal, and the other door like slides in behind it when it clicks. So it looks like the dent is kind of right where the round seal part is on the door, and your flail catches a spike right there, and when you rip back, it actually bends the seal just a little bit. So it's a good start to where you could actually pry something or keep attacking that spot. But these doors are huge, and it's like it looks like they're mixed bound with iron and wood, and obviously they're not made to be open. People keep texting. Sorry. So, but you do it in a way like the digging is loud at one point. You time it just enough that it seems like as soon as you strike, there's like something scooping up rocks. So you don't seem to hear any kind of commotion like they've heard you at this point. So
And I'll look back. And I'll look towards like it's Rakash who always has the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Say like surely you've read something about this in those books of yours.
He looks. He's like. He kind of chuckles. It's supposed to be impervious to damage. That was not even. He lifts up his own book. This book is about the lore of the world. It's not this, but this was one of the wonders. This was special built for the Legion by the Emperor's tool masters. It will take more than a simple hit to take it down. You may need to rally all of the men. he puts his hand up.
And I'll look back at the door, and I'll look back at Rakash and say, if the Legion built it, the Legion should be able to open it, shouldn't we? Without just outright smashing it. And if there's anyone who knows such a way, it's got to be you, right?
And he'll nod, and I'll roll research.
I will. If you want to lead a group action on that, I'll join you with it. Because I got
Yeah,
two.
sure. Can't be much worse than me failing outright by myself.
I feel like it's not. We're not risky. That's a little more controlled, with a standard effect at this time. The research.
Controlled. Standard.
Yeah.
There's a 5 for you.
Yeah. I think I'll burn my free push on this.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
So that'll give me the extra die, right?
Correct.
doesn't the group action roll come in for too?
Well, it depends on who's joining the group action roll.
We got lots of 5s.
Are you jumping in on that there, Yax, or?
I thought Storm was.
Yeah, I did.
Storm did.
Oh, my
We
bad.
all
I
fives.
must not have seen it.
Oh, we got lots of 5s. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
research isn't going to be Yax's strong suit.
Okay. And if the rookies aren't joining in, then basically the complication here is it takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to put a tick on the dig complete clock,
Yeah.
Okay.
unless you're going to resist it.
I'll resist it.
Oh. So you can resist it with that thing
Insight.
with insight to actually dig a little bit. Yep, go a little bit faster. Oh. And it takes no stress. He's like, well, I guess I'll just move that pie back.
Oh, wait a minute. I was on the wrong page.
No, you see,
This page was creased. Someone spilt milk here.
you started flipping through it, and I just kind of look over you. Wait, why don't you just look in the index?
Doors, no. Vaults.
There we go.
Vaults, V. That's the number 5. Okay. Vault, there we go.
So the
Long
southern
time.
the Legion's outposts in the southern Peak Mountains. You get the reference to like, yep. Last sighted the 10-tired banner, yep. Sealed vault for all valuables. And you find some inscription there. And then actually when you start looking at the vault itself, you start to see some like old ruins, like some old dead language, like maybe the Empyrean language, the actual empire's language of that time before it was broken and destroyed. Like kind of like written over the seal of the door, like in the crest. And you're like matching it, like, oh yeah, here's that same language here with some rough translation. And basically it says, like, by blood the Legion was formed, by blood the Legion stands.
By blood, the Legion was formed. By blood, the Legion stands. And he looks. He does that slow, like the look over his glasses type look thing. Although he doesn't wear glasses. To Jocks, he's like, I assume one of us must bleed on it, but how will it know?
Lead. I'll just I'll are you suggesting I cut myself?
He waves his head. As the medic of the group, I'll do it. And he'll pause, be like, myself. I'll cut myself.
Well, when it comes to cutting people, I probably have the most experience.
Yes, but you have a flail, so it's not exactly good at cutting.
I'm better with this than I look.
I just realized I was muted there for the audience, so Soundwaves repeated everything. I was going that. So, rookie mistake. Anyways.
So yeah, I guess I'll do the attempt the ritual of bloodletting and rubbing onto symbols. Maybe I didn't exactly say where to put the blood, so it's going to assume on the crest.
On the crest above the door, or like the seal itself?
The seal itself. I don't think we can get above the door if it's that big.
Yeah, it'd be quite a reach. It would be kind of moot the. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Somewhere inside, someone's yelling, "Hold door, hold door."
I don't feel like there's a roll that we need to make here, except that you slice your major, artery or something like that on accident. But I think that would be cruel, especially for the medic, to make him bleed out like that.
Backstab my. I have a spine, don't I?
Alrighty. Go ahead.
So what do you want me to roll?
I don't think there is a roll. I'm trying
Fortune?
to. I think fortune's a good roll. 2 dice. You're the medic. I'll give you 3.
Notes for the Legion.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
Not the greatest, but I did put the words for the Legion with it. Oh, boy.
Maybe you should try for Ohio next. That might work better.
For the Legion of Brothers and Sisterhoods.
So you cut your hand and you place it upon the seal, and you almost instantly, it kind of seems to drink the blood. Pulls it like you pull back. You guys are all watching. It just kind of seems to soak into the seal, and the seal begins to emanate kind of like this, just real soft glow. And you just hear like an airlock giving off, or air seal,
That sounded loud, didn't it?
Yeah. So
as soon as his hand pulls away, he starts going, looking upwards. He just steps to the side. He's like, steps to the side, and we just start not bandaging, but like just a light cloth across his hand.
I give you
if that
2.
was as loud as he thinks it is, I'm gonna need my bandages.
I gave you 2 on the vault open, which puts you 3/4 of the way there, and 1 on the alert clock. This is just kind of a fortune roll here. So, it's absolutely loud enough something's going to be noticing it. But the vault is there, but it's, one person has done it. And you can't, you kind of feel like, you get this feeling like you've done what you can, Rakesh. But it's working. Everybody's witnessed it. It's kind of supernatural, kind of awe-inspiring. Yes.
Well, it looks like if by blood the Legion stands, that probably means more of us need to bleed on it.
It's just stuck. I'll dig my hands in and start pulling as hard as I can.
Yep. Rakesh will chuckle as he finishes, but he puts his glove back on over his light bandage on his hand. He's like, "You may be right, sir. Perhaps the rookies can assist you while I make sure my hand doesn't bleed."
So if you don't want to bleed on it, if you want to wreck again with some rookies helping, that's totally a thing that can happen.
Absolutely. I'll have all the rookies gather around, everybody get a hand in. And we'll all on 3.
Spud's got his hoe in there to pry it, with some leverage. Because it's an invincible rake or hoe, whatever his tool is.
It was cool, whatever it was.
And they start prying while you're pulling and you're pushing, so you're all working together. Mike, would you roll for the rookies?
All right, what do I need to roll?
I think you just roll a single... Oh boy, it's been too long.
Just a fortune die, isn't it?
Well, to be a fortune die, I'm trying to think if it's 1 or 2 dice. I think it's a single dice, but I don't want it to be too. Let's see, group action 222, 226. Let's just double check real quick.
Yep. I'm just trying to find it too. Let's go learn how to play real quick.
I know, you know.
Man, we're 7 sessions in and we still don't know how to play.
Yeah, well,
I still haven't figured out how to play Alien. You guys done all the work.
I mean, we're probably about to die next session anyway in Alien.
I'm gonna certainly try.
Don't worry,
You guys
I'll kill
wanted it.
myself
You guys
first.
asked for it. You guys go to get it.
Don't worry,
I didn't ask for it. Let me be clear. I was just fine.
I heard recruits things saying, "Yeah, I thought this was gonna be dangerous." Ha 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 ha. Well, it
and
is.
then 3 aliens rounded the corner into our faces.
The 3. One of them that actually made way too strong. I didn't realize it, but the other ones were normal, and you guys still almost died,
No.
except for
yeah, no.
explosives.
So you could discipline or marshal them, or you can lead the group action and do it together.
I'll lead the group action. And I take a stress for each one that fails.
Yeah, but they're only going to roll one time.
One
So at
die.
most you take one stress for them and another for yourself if you fail. And
Okay.
this is going to be risky. I'll put it at limited because everybody's helping, so there's more manpower behind it. So it'll still be risky limited, but all you need is one success, and then the vault door will open. Mike, just roll a single die for them. I think that's where they're at. I can't find it right now. I can't read while I'm listening and find it
Yeah,
quickly enough. So
I'm looking for it.
Devil's Bargains, if you want, alert clock is going to go and be full because they're going to know you're there. And Devil's Bargain is we complete the dig a little faster with 2 ticks. I got those 2 clocks going. Or another Devil's Bargain is one of the rookies dies.
I don't think we need a devil's bargain.
Yeah, I think we just need the 1 tick, not to metagame or anything, but
Yeah.
No, this is all meta right here. This is perfectly fine.
Oh, rolling for
It's
the
part
rookies.
of roll 20, or not roll 20.
Bros do not
Yes, good.
help.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Oh no,
No bad rolls ever.
that's 2 stress for Yax. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen for people to see the rolls. So the group action goes. Oh, okay. All right. Oh boy, so risky, huh? All right. I am going to, and you, Yax, can resist this with under the same. Let's see what was Rec under. Rec is under, so you can do a prowess roll if you want, but it is going to fill the alert clock because it's on risky. It's 2 ticks. It's going to give them the heads up that you're there. They still have to dig a ways, but they're going to know you're there.
I'll definitely resist.
Resist it. All right.
Ooh. Oh,
No
there you go.
stress.
Isra goes in with a 100 to give a squad Devil's Bargain. That's a free push, but you get a new enemy. So it's kind of a good and a bad coming together.
So free push. So 1 free push.
Yep, plus enemy. So once you use that free push, I introduce the enemy after that is how I'll say it. That way I don't do it whenever. Okay. Yax takes no stress as he resists that, keeping it quiet as everybody struggles. Like, and prying, something snaps. It's a tool. Spud's crying and fixing something really quick, but you just can't pry it open. Like there's like 6 of you trying to open this door, and it just not budging. You can get your hands in there too because it's partially open, but you're gonna need to try harder. Try something else. Bleed on it more. There's other options, or you just gotta do better, obviously, because they weren't prepared for how strong this door was. Obviously, they underestimated it.
I feel like at this point, having seen the doctor do this and see all the guys up there, I'm just gonna literally walk up to Yax while he's struggling on the door, grab one of his hands, just gonna jab him in the hand with a knife really quickly and put it up to the door.
Okay. Give me a 2-die fortune roll. Whichever one of you it would be. I guess.
I'm stabbing him, so.
Yeah, let him.
Let him do it.
And I'll push. 'Cause I feel like we're very good position currently.
So you're going to take 2 stress to get an extra die?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So a 3 die fortune roll here. Yeah, I don't feel like assigning a position and effect to it.
Hey,
Oh, stabbing my friend.
4, 5, 6.
Was your friend.
Just
Good
go up and
result, standard full effect.
Before Yax
Yeah.
can react with a backhand or anything like that, you hear sliding open, right? And I'm going to put another tick on the alert clock because I can, but it's just 1.
Because I can.
And the thing just keeps sliding open, and it grates and it grates and it pulls the wall, dust and some debris is coming down. Another rock comes, and like a sizable rock just misses somebody, bounces off their foot. Like, someone's going to lose a toenail now for sure. But otherwise,
no.
no injuries as it pulls back and almost into the wall, except for the seal that's partially damaged. And just kind of like this stale air kind of wafts out at you. The room inside is dark. I'm not sure.
I'll turn towards Storm and go, "You're lucky that worked." And I'll turn back towards the banner.
Yes, yes. Now you can. Now, hopefully, there's something in here so you can feel better about me stabbing you. So can we actually see anything in this room?
Did you have a light source? I forget. I think you guys had fire, didn't you?
I believe I used. Oh, well, I set things on fire before, but I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I got something that can help. I've got a flare gun.
It's the banner, burns it to a crisp.
I found the banner gun.
And there it goes.
Our morale is really good about this, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take the flare gun and I'm gonna kind of aim it at the floor or kind of aim it in and at the floor a little bit and kind of shoot it along the floor so it doesn't bounce too high. Since obviously the banner would never be on the floor.
Should I call for another fortune roll? No, I won't.
Unfortunately, you found the wrong banner. You found the banner of Bert.
Dang it.
-5 to morale.
Okay. You fire it, it lights up the room. What color is your flare?
Blue. No, purple. Purple.
All right. Indigo, right in between. No.
No, green.
Indigo magic. All right, so you got this purple flare, you said, right?
Yep.
Flares up.
Purple flare.
And yeah, the site before you, it's you go up there, and there is it's kind of like a tomb in a way. As you go in, it opens up, and there's some real old stone coffins, like we'll say 6 to each side, like in 2 rows of 3 on each side of this room. There's room, and they have honorifics carved in, in relief on the front or on the top of each one. They're laying down, of course. And there's some sarcophagi kind of in the walls around. And as you get up to the front of the room, there it is, right there. And it kind of steals your breath a little bit. It's kind of like, the fear of God type of thing, where it's like it's not like you're afraid, but it's an awe-inspiring fear. So you got the hair stands up in the back of your neck. Like something creepy is about to happen, but it's not.
The original banner.
Yeah, and you got the staff of the flag, the pole, up on your left, and you think it would just be hanging there, but that's on the left of this little platform. But the flag has actually been strewn across and opened up all the way, and there's like a grommet in the top outer corner, and a small string or rope tying it so that to the ceiling.
Display it.
So to display it fully opened. Now the banner itself it's it's green like our symbol, with the black circle in the middle, on a field of green with the black raven with the infinity circle on it. It's there. It's just awesome looking, especially if you've been a Legionnaire for a long time. There's a couple holes in it, a little bit of tattering at the end, but otherwise, the staff itself looks really worn and smooth. It's black, with some engravings and carvings to either have it a grip or for ornate purposes, maybe for both. And it looks like you just see, I don't know what it's called, but like the ball on the top or the staff or whatever. It's not. It's actually like a point, almost like a spearhead. So when push comes to shove, it's not just a banner. It's probably a weapon, but it probably stands almost 10 feet tall. The staff, the flag probably expands like 8 feet wide, and it's probably about 5 or 6 feet tall itself. It's huge. It's a good sized like American flag on a business. Like it's one of those ones you see out. It's not just a little guy hanging on someone's house. It's it's one of those big ones you see outside of the front of a business or something, right?
This is one that's meant to be seen by the entirety of an army
Yeah.
when on the march.
So everybody, give me your awe-inspiring look while you look up at the ceiling. Yeah. Okay. So we got
Yes, bro. I don't have a plague mask.
It's really cool.
I don't have a plague mask, and I wouldn't wear one anyway right now. It's hot back here.
So you just the moments you get that moment, but then it's past as you kind of hear like, and some more stones come down the stairs.
You gotta move.
The dig is moving along.
I'll like look up at the banner. I'll look back at us or back at the door, and then I will yell at the rookies. Rookies, get that down from there. I'll turn back towards the two specialists with us, and how now we got to be quick about this, or we got to be smart because they're not far.
I vote quick rather than smart.
There's gonna be a roll here for quickness and smartness, I think. Basically, just to get it down without damaging it and to get going without delaying. You do see. Well, I was gonna put something out. No, that was from another campaign. I'm not gonna do it. So it's just this. But yeah, I'm gonna need some type of roll. If you want the rookies to do it on their own, they can. It might be like a Three Stooges moment. It may not. I don't know.
Yeah, would this be discipline? No, it's not discipline.
Or martial. It's always I confuse the two.
Yeah, I can roll martial. Yeah, command or coordinate fire. No, martial is squad or larger group to action. So yeah, martial, I can roll it.
Yeah, discipline's more force of personality, intimidation, and threatening. So yeah, martial would probably be the thing here. It's risky because time is now of the essence, but you have standard effect.
Okay, cool.
Devil's Bargain is the clock fills, or dig clock fills a little bit more. It might fill up a little bit anyway, just for moving on, but it could fill up more. So that's if you want a Devil's Bargain. But we need a success for them to, cut the rope, get it down, roll it up, do all that in a decent time.
Yes.
So that doesn't.
I'll just take it as is.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, I'm just gonna go roll a 6 and be successful.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And I don't get.
It is what you do, except for once or twice. But anyways,
There's other times, but we don't dwell.
we don't count those anymore. That's all in the past.
We're in a hurry.
There's no count because he wasn't trying.
They
It'd
are.
still be like a Three Stooges moment, because that's definitely how I picture it.
I think the two
But
late. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm like just like they fail upwards. It looks like all is lost, but then it turns out they've done their job perfectly.
I feel like the Spud and the two brothers are the ones doing the work, and the two ladies are telling them how to do it. Especially after they failed once or twice.
No, you've got to cut the rope. I got a cudgel. The other person's got a knife. Use the knife, you idiot.
Spud, quit
going,
using
my
your
brother,
teeth.
idiot.
Quit using your teeth. It's a rope. It's a thick rope.
The other girl's going, just untie that side. There's a knot right there. Untie
It's a
it.
slip knot. Come on, just you yank.
Just
on
pull
it.
the short piece. No, now you made it into a real knot.
I think I have.
For God's sakes, it's on a hook.
I think I have the perfect idea of what this actually looks like with the guys attempting to get up. I'm just gonna drop it into the chat here. And
Which chat? There's like 3 of them. I got Twitch chat, Roll20 chat, and
I
Discord.
probably should have dropped it in
The Zoom chat.
Yeah, the Zoom.
Oh
chat.
gosh, there's a 4th chat. Yeah.
Now let's not show this to any of our friends. Yeah.
Right, that's when the audience. I always get them like, wait, what are they even looking at? Too bad.
Okay, maybe you guys should have been in the game, then you'd know.
Yeah. Get
Get
an
the
empty
game.
slot.
I'll put it in the Twitch because I'm feeling nice.
Yeah, I was about to do that too once I connect.
All right, so they have it down. They start to roll it up, just for easier traveling. But it's long. I mean, one person can carry it. It's hefty. Two people could coordinate. Around corners easier. But it's probably on the rookies to do that. But you guys tell me who. I actually would like to know who is going to be carrying this, or who's are going to be carrying it. Yax is in charge, so.
Well,
Yep.
I suppose I am in charge. I need to take the bull by the eye.
The lion by the
That
mane.
is
in this
assignment
case.
to Rakash. Yeah. Give it to the doctor. Nobody's hurt yet.
So I'll take it, but the question is it still the long pole and everything?
Oh yeah.
Well, what is the banner? Is the banner the whole? Is it just the banner of the banner? Is it the pole?
Yeah, I
as
think
well?
I would take the flag off the banner if I can and fold it up and put it inside my clothing. So hopefully it would be less like, hey, this is obviously important to these people.
So you want to detach it from the staff?
Yeah, the staff. Because I'll attempt to take the staff too, but that's going to be the first thing I'd abandon. Because if it's a long pole, it's hard to carry that downstairs and out a secret tunnel.
Can we actually undo that? And can I take the whole banner altogether? I just realized it's also a spear.
It is.
With a banner on the other end. I feel like I can get up some shenanigans with that.
It's your command. If you say no, I'll just carry the whole thing.
I'll take it.
Are you taking
Sorry
it?
about that. Sorry to get your hopes up.
Oh no.
So you keep the flag attached to the staff.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, I have it like kind of like not balled up, but like partially like over my arm, over my shoulder, like just so it's not dragging,
Okay.
Trying to keep it off the ground.
Alrighty. Well, you guys have done way better than I ever thought, but now it's time to get the heck out of here, I think.
Yes, indeed.
As you're taking down and you're handling it and you're coming out of the vault, the digging has gone quiet.
That's
No,
good.
no.
They must have given up.
And
Say nothing.
And then you just hear like this slight noise behind you of like the top of a coffin just inching over just a touch.
We don't look back. We just continue moving forward.
Probably just the wind.
Is backward the way we came.
You know what I mean.
And then,
Start pushing yachts along.
Yeah.
are you guys now? You can,
Rakash is doing one of these like, come on, guys.
you can go all the way down the way you came. You can try to find another way up other than just the big stairs, or you can try your teleportation devices. Fools! You don't really have those. It's only the first two options.
Dang it! I think we should go back down because we cleared that out.
Give me a big enough research roll. I'll figure it out.
It's up to you. If you want to research real quick, you can.
It's a joke. I'm not
No,
doing
okay.
it. We know we're way out. We just don't know whether or not it's safe until we get through it, and then it'll be safe because we got through it.
We killed all the spiders already.
I hope so. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, you guys begin to hustle.
Yeah, quietly.
Quietly hustled.
I think I need to make a couple new clocks.
8 grown men trying to hide while in plain sight of anything that fell through the ceiling right now. Very Scooby-Doo. It's very Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
All right, one
Sneak,
second.
sneak.
I'm making a couple clocks here. there. All right, so the coffins start to, you hear like some sliding and some opening, and it seems like the dead have been disturbed. But that's not the major problem. You suddenly just hear you haven't heard it yet. Like you've heard like these big, and you know that Blighter has horrors, right? Like giant monstrosities. So it's pretty easy to figure out. They probably had a couple of those up there digging, you know, that's what was kind of pounding through the dirt, most likely. But then you hear, because it's not too many layers of rock up, like, 10 feet through stone. Maybe it should be sealed, but it's really porous. And you just suddenly hear like this coming from the surface. And it's a scream that sounds both animalistic and mechanical, kind of meshed together, kind of like that. There's that robotic twinge in it. I don't want to say robotic because it doesn't really fit here, but just that kind of mechanical vibe to it. Like there's some tin in the back of its throat, just rattling, and then suddenly, just with renewed force and vigor, just the rocks above you, just like, and then boulders are coming down and they're falling, and you guys are just starting to take off, and like the whole stairway is starting to collapse down, and dust is just being thrown in you as sunlight is starting to come in. I forgot what time of the day you guys were approaching. It might have been sunrise. I can't remember.
I think it was close to dark by the time we got here.
Yeah, so sundown.
Okay, so there's some
or sun up. I'm cool with either.
Twilight's coming in. Whether it's hey, there's purple light coming in. Anyways, so but light's coming through, and you guys are taking off now. But you just know that there's something is sensing either the undead or the banner itself, and suddenly they're upset that you were taking it, or something is taking it when they wanted it first. They were there first, guys. Anyways, and we go.
They were their worst.
All right. So you said the stairs were starting to collapse out.
The main stairs that go up to the surface where the tower is. So not the way you're going, obviously, but
through the enemy.
Because it was all so the tower above obviously must not be in a hole. It's crumbled down into the stairwell. So they've been trying to excavate it, and now they were doing that. And now they're just they're pushing it down instead of scooping it out, and it's flooding into the room. You guys might get rolled over if you're not moving fast enough, which you are. But like I said, they're coming in after you, or trying. Here we go. What do you do? I assume you're hustling of some sort.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it was kind of like an open passage down, all the way down, and we could see the zigzagging stairs going all the way up, right?
It was a zigzag of stairs and rooms and different levels. I mean, you're kind of up a mountain a little bit, so yes, many levels that you've kind of traversed up.
Oh no, I was asking if I could just set up a rope to go straight to the bottom. I am climbing it.
I see. No, I didn't envision it like that. Like there's like it's a switchback all the way down with a hole in the middle. No, it goes down to the levels. There's storerooms and there's stairs down here and there's stairs down there. So they don't have like a quick fireman's pole type of or something like that where you can go down. Although I guess it shouldn't be impossible, but you'd have to stop and look for one.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna keep moving.
I mean, you can as long as you don't fail. It's not gonna take any time. But
no. I think we should. We've got 2 legs. They work.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's find a role for you guys to move. Now, this also includes probably the rookies. It doesn't have to be group action, but you do have rookies with you. So we need. I would assume here it's going to be a group action role. Probably try to move as a unit, but that's up to you. If not, then everything's separate. But someone will have to roll for the rookies. I can roll a fortune roll for the rookies if you want me to. Otherwise, I'll let you guys do it.
If he does a group, I'll join.
Yeah, so what do we want to roll for group?
Probably maneuver.
Maneuver.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my best role, but it's definitely thematic to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can roll it, but I think the scout's probably better.
I've got 1 dice for maneuver.
Really? So do I.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, so
That's
who has more stress boxes open? I got 1.
I only have 1.
I have plenty. I'll lead it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll jump in.
Yep, same, and I think we'll
So-
Rakash dies on the stairs because
Here's the thing, like whoever participates in the group action gets the benefit of the action, but whoever does not. So like if the rookies don't partake, then they're falling behind, you know.
yeah.
But also whoever partakes in the group action, if you fail, also they reap the bad things too.
Bad things.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll lead it.
Okay, so you're gonna lead it. So everybody's gonna roll martial. Right now we are gonna be
Moon.
risky, and I guess standard sounds good because you kind of got a little head start. They're not right on your tail. And then am I rolling for the rookies, or is someone else gonna roll for them?
I'll roll for him.
Okay.
Risky.
There's the 5. And then 1 dice for the rookies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
That'll be that'll be a
So far 2.
We're doing great so far.
Well, we got
So
a 5. You know, that's something.
yep.
so that's 1 stress.
I'm stressed so far. Okay. I'm going to push. Not push it. I'm going to train position for effect.
So you want to go
Desperate.
desperate and great.
Yep.
Oh
Would that affect our rolls, or?
No.
nope, he's
You're
leading
just
it.
adding. So we still got a 5 regardless. So
Yeah.
let's just deal with more consequences.
But you're gonna roll a 6.
I am. 16 sixes.
Oh.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's the 1 to the 16.
Well,
So-
I do terribly myself who's leading the action, but overall we got a 5.
I start just dragging people along behind us.
But yeah, so
So
technically we still get a 5, but
It's not great.
technically the some consequences are worse because I didn't roll as well as I hoped.
so
I
here's the
had to
thing.
push it.
You're gonna take 2 stress. One
Okay.
one for yourself and 1 for the rookies.
Nope, I already did that.
I'll show the clocks here. I got 2 clocks going. This is kind of a tug of war clock. It goes back and forth. So the consequences are, with it being a desperate action, that's 3 ticks for the bad guys catching you, and 2 ticks for you guys rolling a 5. So if your clock fills first, you escape. If their clock fills first, they corner you. They catch up to you. So this is kind of like a chase scene. I'm trying this clock out, and hopefully I'm
So
doing
it's
it right.
great. So we get 3 ticks. I want to resist their ticks.
You do.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to resist them gaining on us.
Oh,
By
all
either
right.
me falling down and getting everyone down accidentally safely to a lower level.
You don't get a good start. The rookies fall behind, which makes you fall behind when you have to tell them to catch up. But maybe you do something, you throw like a barricade on a door as you go through it or something to slow them down, you know. But go ahead and give me a resist roll. Ooh, 3 stress.
And
How you doing, Rakash?
I'm down.
Oh, did you just
Die. Yes.
trauma out?
Mm-hmm. He falls behind and
As I'm
He's-
running by, I want to like scoop him up with the banner and throw him over my shoulder like a rucksack.
Oh,
well, I don't die. No, that's second trauma. I'm done.
Oh, he's dead?
Pretty sure.
I think rookies get a trauma, they die. Soldiers get 2 traumas. I thought they died, and I guess specialists I
See.
thought got 3, but maybe I'm wrong. But you can look that up.
I mean, on my scout sheet, it only gives me 2.
Oh,
But maybe it's 2. And
and then the third one, I think you die, but you're still going to be out of action for this scene.
yeah, that still puts me down.
But
Take
you,
trauma while in perilous situation. You might need to rescue the squad. You can still die on the first one. If you mark your last available trauma box, you die.
even for a specialist.
I only had 2.
Oh, tell me what. I think maybe you see the enemy. No way.
I think what happens then
Oh no.
is he noted one of the rookies falling behind, and he turns, douses himself with his oil, drinks one of his tonics, and just a la bars into the group that's coming after us. Just No weapons in his hand, just his book, and he's just bashing his way through the minions as they try to get to the rest of the group.
You
And just burns.
and you take your book with you.
Yeah, it's his book. It's his reliquary. So he's just he's not even using a normal weapon. He's full of the mark of the healing god right now as he's just glowing and on fire and dying.
Holy cow! I guess you're gonna have to pick a rookie to play, because I don't know what to say. I'm like, no, you gotta have more than 2 traumas. This is Band of Blades. This is not Blades in the Dark.
Yep. There is an option to get more.
There is. But
If I put 2 points into Survivor, I could have had an extra trauma.
I guess I thought specials
I
got.
forgot he had one.
I guess I thought specials have more. Well.
Yep.
Well,
We're still normal
guys.
people.
Pick a rookie you want to play.
Yep.
Everybody else take a deep breath. I'm the one that's freaking out the most about it. Like Dom and Mike are just like, yeah, well, all right, I guess. And so you see it, Rakash. There's no minions now. The minions have been left far behind. You see as you come around the corner, it jumps down and it lands and it goes with like these huge glowing red eyes. This is definitely the lieutenant. It used to be a Panyar. That's all the time you have to think about it. It used to be a Panyar before it was corrupted and killed. As you charge into it, it growls. It's got these claws and these wolf-like features, and you're like, is that some mechanical additions to it? But that's about it. As you meet, and we just a concussion wave blasts behind you guys, pushing the group forward, and the rookie that you had helped falls down and gets back up, and you don't even have time to think about it as you guys dash on. Whew. Well,
I'll take up Nugget Darda, because that's basically the other me.
that was your character before? Okay,
Yeah,
so now you're rolling for the rookies, all right? And
Okay.
group actions. All right, Yax. You barely had time to even think about or even like react to it before Rakash is gone. And you just know, like, you know. You've seen enough
Yeah.
battle.
I just yell like eyes forward, and I keep moving them, urging them all forward. And I want to like glance over my shoulder to see just how bleak it looks. Are they catching us?
He rounded a corner and then there's an explosion, but you still hear a howling scream, so you know whatever it is not down. But you
Okay.
don't see minions, you don't see other things coming. You just hear this voice of pain and fury that's pursuing you. What do you do?
I will order the soldiers forward, and I'll take the rear, and basically go as fast as the slowest guy to make sure nobody's left behind and nobody can slow us down, essentially.
Okay.
If Storm is doing something up front.
Yeah, I was actually gonna roll for Scout to move unseen, just to kind of like a little ahead of the group, since I actually account as fast and quiet while in normal load.
So what are you trying to accomplish?
I'm more or less just making sure the path is clear. If anything is in the way, I'm just removing it.
Okay, I would say it's risky standard. Risk is only just because you're in pursuit, so it's you're not in control anymore. Something bad is coming.
Yeah.
It's the Balrog, obviously.
Mm-hmm. All right.
They are coming. Cannot keep them out.
And I don't really have anything else to help. So...
Fool of a toque. All right. See, Devil's Bargains. I don't know if we have any here. Dig. No spiders. Devil's Bargain. Ooh. I'm not sure, Mike, if I got anything for you. I can say that you get cut off from your group, but that's kind of like you're scouting for them. You could get, so it doesn't really help with you would find the ways clear, but you're not with them anymore. Anybody else have any Devil's Bargains? I don't have anything that's probably good.
I mean, we do have that free push with an extra enemy. Where's from forest?
There is that. I could give them one tick that you can't resist on them catching you. Actually, it's risky. It'd be 2 ticks.
Find a shortcut, but it's like the rickety bridge over a chasm.
Chasm.
Ah.
I'll
yeah.
take the. You know what? I'll take the. I'll take the them getting 2 free things that I cannot resist.
Okay. For an extra dice.
Yeah.
I like your style.
That's 5.
Okay. So you're trying to scout out the ways clear. So you rush ahead of the group. Yax is hustling the rest of the rookies along. And you're going the way you're like, oh yeah, this looks familiar. We put some marks on the wall here. There's those marks. No spiders. You might see 1 or 2, but they scatter away from you at this point because their blood is everywhere. So they're like, something bad happened to us. Let's not mess with anything in the cavern. And the way is still clear. So you get and you have a pretty good straight and narrow right now. I'm trying to think of yeah. So there's going to be nothing that's unless we introduce a new enemy because of that one thing. There's going to be nothing that's standing in your way to get out. You just got to get outside and lose this thing. So you probably have made it about halfway down. You probably need another roll to get out, but the clocks are going to keep running until 1 clock fills first. So you maybe say maybe a third of the way down. But yes, you are clear all the way out. You can just tell the air smells right. There's no drafts. There's nothing that is different than when you went up. Okay.
All right.
Of course, now there is the consequence to this. And that consequence is still rattling around in my brain because I can't think. I guess right now that would... The consequence would be 2 more ticks as they catch up to you guys. Or start ganging on you again. They're not going to catch you.
I only got 1 stress box, and well, I don't have any traumas. That would, if I trauma out right now, that's not exactly great.
It just takes you out of the action for this scene.
Yeah, but that means that we only have 1 person's rookies left.
I know. Do you want to resist or not?
What do you think, Dom? And Soundwave, since you are also here.
Send it.
Send it?
I always, yeah. You risk it to get the biscuit. Don't you like
Sure.
biscuits?
True, biscuits are fun.
Especially those garlic biscuits from Red Lobster.
Mm-hmm. But not when they're like too dry. Like I've had
No.
the last couple of times they've been really dry.
No, they gotta be moist or else
Yeah.
no biscuit.
Especially if you put them in like with a soup, like one of the, like their clam chowder.
All right, now you're going too far because I'm getting hungry. When am I not hungry? All right.
Hey!
You resist with a 6 for no stress.
Heckin' send it.
Dom called it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I do.
If we always say we'll roll good, we'll never roll bad.
That's right. Let's make these bigger. All right. You scout the way. You found out the way is clear. You haven't found any shortcuts necessarily. The time goes on. The thing is coming after you though. So let's keep these clocks rolling. What can you do? I mean, obviously we can keep doing maneuvers. You can try other, daring things. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The rolls are all going towards pretty much, unless you say something different. The rolls are going towards filling these clocks, right?
Yes.
So unless you say otherwise.
I think some of the undead falling across the walls, starting to catch up, rear the caravan, and as Yax is running along, he's swinging around the long spear hammer, shish kebab him as he's going, as he's running along.
Oh, so you're trying to... some of the enemies are catching up, and you're trying to knock them back and disable them a little bit?
Yeah, stab them.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So what kind of roll are you thinking?
Skirmish?
Well, that's totally fine. What about your rookies?
I think they're occasionally taking shots.
Are you leading group
Yeah.
action, or are you marshaling them to do it?
Well, I mean, I'm a rookie now, so
Yep, I know. And you could roll on behalf of all the rookies, right?
yeah.
I'm trying to think.
So, so Nugget would be leading a group action. He'd just be like, yeah, just fire behind us, slow them down.
Okay. All right. So you guys are both going to make rolls here. Yax, are you leading a group action for everybody?
No,
Or-
I think I'm kind of doing my
He's
own
doing-
thing at
he's
this
doing his
point.
different-
Okay. Let's do you first then. I guess technically the rookies don't have to do anything at the moment if they don't want to, but are you skirmishing to basically thin the numbers and kind of give you an advantage to get ahead?
Yes.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm clear so I'm not cheating on anything. All right. So this is going to be because you have to stop and fight, which means the other thing has a better chance of catching up. This is going to be desperate. I'll give you standard effect, but it's going to be desperate. It's going to get real hairy if you don't do well here. All right.
Yeah.
Misa having nervous. Oh.
My.
Oh, buddy.
My.
Okay. So you have to stop. The rookies are ahead of you, right? They're thinking about taking some shots. They're probably shooting back around you to get some. And suddenly, like, there's this long hallway, and you can see this thing, and it's kind of like jogging lightly now, and it's just like... And there's these wall crawlers that are kind of like these rotters, but they're like a little bit enhanced. They can crawl on the walls, and they're kind of going ahead of it, and they're jumping down, and you just turn and you just like start flailing into them, right? And I did say it was desperate, but I didn't. You were fighting some regular undead. I didn't say you were fighting the main dude, which is good because you would probably be dead right now. It's a threat 4, I think, which should be like level 7 harm. I think right now that's not good.
Comma.
I'm just going to make sure I do my position and effect right because I don't want to cheat you guys. But I think the threat is 2, so you're evened out. So you probably take level 3 harm because it was desperate position. As these rotters like fall off and they just swarm you and they start smashing into you and they hit you, they just splatter and their goop is getting all over you and it's blinding you and it's burning your skin. So that's like their nasty visceral is just burning your skin as it gets under your armor and onto your skin. So it'd be like level 3 harm burned. Like chemical, I guess like chemical burn would be the thing.
Use my armor against that, or
Oh, yeah.
chemical?
I'll bump it down to level 2.
Yep.
Level 2.
That way you don't fall. Need help.
And then you can also, if you wanted to, you could resist to bump it down to level 1. Did you use?
Yes, I'll.
No, just make sure you mark your armor. Did you use your?
I used my shield in the last.
All right, so you should mark your shield, and then if you're using your armor, mark your armor.
Yep, I did.
Okay.
I'm out of both, but yeah, I'll resist to reduce this to a level 1 harm.
All right, and then you have a heavy by your name. Why is it not showing up when I'm looking at the Yax character sheet? Hold on a second. I don't know why. I'm going to reload this. I want to make sure that I'm missing it. It has a heavy button too, to work because you were heavy. So it's like you get an extra. So you could probably, I think, use that armor as well.
I'll look it up.
No, I already did. Trust me.
Okay, so you used your shield before. You're using your armor now.
I've already used my heavy as well, so
You have.
I'm like completely out of armor. Yeah.
Okay. So you went from level 3. You used your armor to go down to level 2, and then
resist level 1.
Okay. I didn't think you had used your heavy yet, so I was gonna be like, oh,
Nope.
definitely use that
Much
too.
stress. So that's a good roll.
Oh man, I've got some delay going on. Like I don't see the armor buttons filled on my end at all.
Down to
And tough lets me ignore that.
Okay.
So I'm cool.
All right. So level 1 acid burns, but you can tough it so you don't have to take less effect. Okay. Alrighty. So sorry, my internet's just being a punk. All right. So you are in a desperate position right now, but these things are off you. Now you are taking a good look at this thing for the first time, but you can still start running and get it back ahead of it. All right, because it technically hasn't caught you yet or cornered you. And you can definitely tell it used to be a panyar. It's bulky. It's probably like 7 feet tall, and it's wide, and it's got these like black fur and these like black wolf's ears. and kind of almost a snout. So it definitely looks like a werewolf, almost kind of, is what I'm envisioning. But it's got this like I think of Bane from Batman. It's got like this backpack kind of on it, and these tubes are coming out of it to different parts of its body. Let me just make sure. It has large containment pack on its back. Tubes are running from it to its limbs and to its head. And you got this miasma, this like greenish smoke that's like coming out of an exhaust port in the back. It just trails it. And it's just huffing and puffing. And it's got these long, extendable metal claws coming off of its own claws, like huge Wolverine claws that are built onto it. And almost like these running braces of metal that are built around its legs for probably superior speed. So it just looks like a freaking monstrous death machine. I'm like, yeah, Lieutenant, probably this is the guy, right? Yeah, this guy right here. And it's just staring you down the hall. Like you guys are like, here's a sideways view, and you're like looking at each other. So that's where we are. You did not roll. Would you roll a? Yeah, okay. So you did not roll a success. So we did not further the clocks anywhere, but I also did not further my clock, where they could catch up to you. So that you just took damage instead. That was the result. What do you guys do now?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Nugget and the rookies are going to use shoot to set up someone for a +1 die, because I don't trust my combined ability because we have such few dice, but I do want to set them up for success. So
Set them up for what?
To basically the next time one of the big hitters roll, they get a +1 die, basically.
So you're gonna shoot as like a distraction to keep the enemy back, and then whoever
causing debris and whatnot to fall.
Okay, and the setup action I think is just a successful roll we have to have, right?
So it's been so long.
I know it's like it's this. I want to
It used to be my thing. Setups.
And like, how close is it to Blades in the Dark? And how is it different? So setup.
Setup.
Where's my setup action?
Each roll is individual setup. Nope.
It's like I'm looking it up in the book. Why is it not in here? I probably should use the PDF, but I like using my hardcover book because, books are better.
Here it is. Indirect effect on obstacle if your action is intended to result in a member of the team who follows through.
So really, only if you mess up bad.
If your action has its intended result, any member of the team who follows through on your maneuver gets +1 effect or improved position for their roll.
Effect or position. Okay.
So I roll it like normal, but it's only to see if it works.
Okay, so it's almost like a fortune roll.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just do risky standard.
Risky standard. All right.
I guess just to kind of give us.
It's going to be him, the rookies.
So you can just roll once with your stats to count for all the rookies.
Ooh!
Oh! When you
Why
need
is that here now?
That is a critical, ladies and gentlemen. 2 6s. Nugget is just like. Well, what's Nugget say? What's he do?
He just literally turns around and yells for Rakash and just starts. He lets loose
Let me ask
volley,
you.
and the others just Rakash.
Let me ask you a question. Is Nugget the one that fell behind that Rakash helped?
Yes,
Oh.
because I wrote on here he's stoic and slow-witted. So
Sorry, I don't know why that was funny to me. That's not funny, Lucas. I'm sorry. Okay, just laugh. I laugh at bad things. I'm a bad person. Okay, so not only so increase position, or if you use it for effect, not only will it be higher effect, it'll be double the higher effect at this point. So
+2.
yeah. So if you had like standard effect, it would go to like great to whatever the high one is. So
They succeeded at something. Yeah.
the shots come across, and any of the other riders on the walls just get obliterated, and then this creature that's standing in front of you, it just like takes some shots too, and he actually has to shield himself, and it's like, and it's getting hit accurate enough that it's bothering it, and one hits one of its tubes, and the tube starts hissing, the one that's attached to his left arm. He's like, whoa. He steps back and starts trying to like pat it out and like fix it real quick. So he's really delayed, which gives you guys probably a good moment to get the hell out. I'm not gonna tell you what to roll, but maybe you want to try to run. This is up to you.
I'll lead a group action maneuver. I feel like I can trauma out on, since we'll have great effect. I'm gonna go with.
Okay. I guess Nugget will join.
Yeah,
I guess everyone really should join at this point.
Yeah, everyone. I was like, everyone, hurry this way. It's clear.
Everybody move.
So we're at a risky. We're still risky, right?
I'm gonna say it should be desperate, but I'm gonna say risky.
Okay.
Standard. So when you click on, I'm gonna look at something real quick here. I'm not gonna actually roll. Oops, I rolled for Yax. That's not what I wanted to do. So it would be risky, and it would be extreme. Is what you're gonna.
Risky.
Yeah, everybody do risky extreme unless you're gonna switch it. So Yax would be rolling.
Losing.
So you're doing a maneuver, right? Is everybody doing this? Because everybody wants to be part of it. So Nugget's rolling for himself and the rookies. Yax is for himself. So yeah, everybody's doing risky extreme unless you want to push yourself or do something different or add on. Yax.
I'm gonna definitely trauma out.
Well, you know what? Your stress bar is clear. So
There's Nugget.
That was a success, and
then the rookies.
Or you think you can roll just your one roll counts for the rookies, so that you don't have to roll again.
Oh, well, too late. But,
Okay.
Yeah, so 5.
So take that 3 out. Yeah, you don't want. Mike's not gonna take any more. Oh my goodness.
well, luckily it maxed out and went over in that one action, then cleared. So yeah. So we still got
Nugget
5.
literally tackles you as you start to fall.
What happens is you get them running again. What happens to make you collapse or take you out of it in some way?
Obviously, it's because I'm kind of just slapping everyone as they're going past, and I'm expecting Rakash in the back because I've been up the front and haven't seen what happened. So I look back for Rakash, and instead there's like a giant, it's like, wait, where's Rakash? Oh God, run away!
And what's it do? Do you collapse? I mean, is it too much? Like, what is the thing that takes you out, or are you just like numb and you just kind of like trance along?
I think it's there's supposed to be one more person here, and I'm waiting a little bit too long, waiting for Rakash. I kind of turn my head, and there's like either nothing there at the time, or that big thing still trying to pat out its arm.
It's coming back at you.
Okay, and at this point, I'm just run.
Because so who keeps him?
I think Nugget does.
Okay.
Nugget turns back and sees this happening again, and it's like, opposite Hodor. Don't hold the door. Don't hold the door. Run, sucker, run.
Mike can pick a rookie to play then for the remainder of this scene. What happens is that's an extreme success, which is 5 ticks. That puts you 7 out of 8 on your clock. You guys make some hella good time, but I get 2 ticks to the other side because it was risky, and that was the consequence. Unless you resist it, which I don't think you can because you're traumatized out. So
he be dead.
They're 4 out of 8. So you get ahead. You get away. This creature is. And I really wanted you guys to fight him. I guess I could have pushed that, but
It's not too late.
No, it's definitely not too late. It's just not a good idea. I was curious to see what happens, but you know what? There's another day for that.
You want SEAL Team 6 to fight, and SEAL Team 6 lost their medic. SEAL Team 6 doesn't want to fight now. We want to get out of here.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to be taking over Makit.
Okay. Obviously, Yax, you can still do this. You're in command, and obviously you can just do what you want anyway, whether you're in command or not. So
as we're like making the clearing of the cave at this point, I imagine, right?
Yeah, you bust out that little port in the back. You're outside. It's getting dark, but you still gotta lose. You still gotta lose this thing and make sure in the night and make sure it doesn't fall because it's pretty open right now.
Mm-hmm. As we're running off, we get like a good distance away, some like 30 yards or so from the mouth of the cave. I'll yell at the rookies like, "Keep going! I'll catch up." and I'll turn, or as they're like moving away, I like hand something to mock it. It's the banner. I still have the pole, right?
Oh,
With the
okay.
spear at the tip. I want to put the black shot I have on the tip of this spear, if that's at all possible.
Of course it is, because it sounds awesome.
And I'm like taking a few steps, like wind up, timing it to like where I know this beast is going to be coming out of this cave at.
So you're gonna use skirmish as the final move to get away by spearing this sucker and then running, or trying to kill it or whatever.
Exactly.
All right, I better pull up.
Huzzah.
I better pull up his stats.
No, now you do.
Yeah. Okay, so you wind up. It shows its ugly face. It looks even worse out in the clearing, and you have this black shot you've tied in the front because it's more potent against undead, right?
Yeah.
And you're going back to your Olympian days when you used to throw javelin, back in high school, and maybe even in college. I don't know. Like, brah, he's part of this fraternity, and you had a full scholarship.
Full ride till I blew out my knee. I could have gone pro, man.
This is why they found you up on a mountain all pouty. Anyways, so here we go. I think, because if this goes wrong, it's very bad.
Yeah.
Because this is skirmish.
Yep.
Okay. Or is it shoot? I guess shoot.
Skirmish.
Okay. Yeah, skirmish.
Skirmish.
That's how I picture it. Like skirmish is
Yeah.
like
It's
close
a
range.
catch-all.
That doesn't necessarily mean long range.
Well, that
But-
shoot would be long range, so.
Yeah.
So Mocket's actually going to assist by taking a stress, and what he's going to do to assist this is right as the monster's coming out, he's turning around and he's whipping his shield at the monster.
Okay. Just to kind of make
as
it.
it comes out, to kind of hit it in the face as Yox, our commander, is bravely defending us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you give him a bonus dice. The devil's.
Yeah, you know what? Nucket sees what's going on, turns, he throws a thing of his black shot towards the monster. So I can take stress.
Can we have more than one assist?
Can you?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
No, that's when like the group action starts to come into play, right?
Hold on.
This
This is a very important roll, so we're gonna
Take
make
one
sure
stress.
we give you everything that you can have.
Only one. So, yep, you're right.
Okay. I mean, I'd say lead a group action, but I think you're on one stress.
Yeah, never mind then.
So there's Devil's Bargain, which can, and you can one dice. So you get one dice for an assist. You can push yourself for 2 stress.
I want to push myself.
For 2 stress, okay, because you can't get a Devil's Bargain and push yourself, so that's fine.
Okay.
So there's no Devil's Bargain unless you want the Devil's Bargain instead. And this
No.
is, the creature's eventually going to sniff its way back to your camp, and we're going to have trouble later.
Nah.
Oh, come on. I've been holding on to that one. Come
You can keep holding
on.
on to that one. Our camp's about to move.
Set up. Okay, so you're going to get a die from Mike, a die for yourself for 2 stress, right? So it's 2 dice. And let's say, I think, I'm going to say risky because you're still at a distance and you can still turn.
Yep.
But it's probably going to be limited. But
It's getting dark.
the black shot's going to bring it up to standard. So you can always trade position for effect, but I will remind you that it's a threat 4 creature and you are a threat 2.
When I push
hurt you.
myself, I gain potency
Oh,
in combat.
okay.
So you're risk 3.
So you're
Not
a,
as bad.
so he's a threat
Yeah.
3, or he has a level of effect, potency, right?
Yeah.
So so what is it? Is he a threat 3? No, what's it say?
It says physical, right?
It just says potency, right?
Yeah, I think it just says
Yeah.
potency.
You gain potency in melee combat.
Okay, so you would have extreme effect or great effect.
Okay, and I'll trade position for effect.
So you're gonna, oh gosh, so you're gonna go desperate and extreme. So like
This
desperate.
is all or nothing, right?
Well,
He's definitely
I
going
guess
all or
so.
nothing, that's
You only
for
needed
certain.
one tick on the clock, but okay. You really
That's
want?
not my style.
No, you're playing my paladin from Pathfinder. Very.
Oddly well, right?
So it's not. If I got it right, it's desperate extreme with 2 bonus dice.
Yep.
Are we okay? This is the last roll of the night, probably right here. Oh, he gets a 6 at the very. Okay, so. Oh gosh, and he's scaled too, so he's the same scale as you. But so it would have been, I think, if you would have had anything less than a 6, and you would have hurt you. It would have been level 3 harm because of desperate, and then 2 more levels of harm because of his scale on or his threat on you. So it would have been level 5 harm, which is fatal.
A little bit.
There's 7 levels of harm. So if anybody doesn't know, there's 3 levels of harm which are good, but level 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all fatal. You're like, well, why do you need those extra levels? Because you're extra dead sometimes.
Just fighting stuff that badass.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not
Some
today.
of us went today.
Not today.
One of us went today. You had enough. Leave me be.
But if you got level 7 harm, you could try to step it down. 7, I don't know if you can get down from 7, but anyways.
You can certainly try. But
Heck no, death.
So you just did like 5 ticks on this creature's clock. Let me see. It's probably not a killing blow, but
Probably not enjoying it.
it's definitely not going to make him happy. It's definitely going to you get the success you need. You guys are definitely going to get away with the banner. It's not going to be able to follow you because you wound it so badly. But you can describe to me. It's not going to be dead. It's already dead. Haha. Go ahead and give me. I guess throw your narrations together so we can end with this. All right.
So I like throw the spear forward. It's like flying through the air, and it hits the beast like right below like the collarbone, I want to say. And I want to look back and make sure it looks me in the eyes before I like turn and catch up with the rest of the guys, so it knows who did this to it.
Okay. I think the black shot, like a spear might stick in it, but with the black shot, like blasting through, it slides through the creature like hot knife through butter and sticks him to the rock wall. So he just like, whoa, and it's stuck there. And the staff maybe even glows a little bit, like the runes carved into it glow, and it just starts howling and screaming. And it looks up at you, and these furiously glowing red eyes meet your steel gray eyes, or whatever they are. And
I'll say, hail.
Yes! You get an extra experience for that, I should just say, because you just did his line. Hail! And you turn and run with your squad, and I think that's the best point to end because you just, I mean, at least for the adventure, that's
that's a good place to call the active mission. Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're gonna die.
I think we can still find our secondary mission tonight just for kicks. We'll go a little bit, but a few minutes here. But
We got the XP for the guys that made it through this mission, and then there's all the other mission.
wow, that was at first I was like, I don't think it's going to be that intense, and then it got really intense, and I thought, man, it's going to be too intense, and then Prakash dies, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, and then someone falls, and then another person. That's not what I expected. It was better than I expected, so.
Yep.
I'm sweating over here.
Well, the good news is Nugget won't be a rookie anymore after XP.
Oh. Well, let's not jump ahead here. Wait, one second. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let's double check my lieutenant here. So, you'll find out the name later, but its name is Black Rotting Gale. So, it's actual lieutenant from the book. Number 2 to a broken. So they are the underneath the Cinder King, you got the broken, and then the lieutenants. Lieutenants are as powerful as the chosen. You're Shreya. So you just basically went against a chosen, an evil chosen, and you hurt it bad. And you gave it a scar, Yax. All of you did. So
Yax did it.
as you stab it and you look at each other, it just has that little asterisk up in the corner with the Telltale Games, and it says, Black Rotting Gale will remember this. And
From the background, I'm not associated with that man.
That's right. Bring a back name to the to the to this color of the Panyar. Well, that's usually a dishonorable name, but anyway, isn't it?
I mean, it's undead.
Yeah, it's true. It is. All right, let me get out my cheat sheet here.
Step 3, resolve missions.
Well, you know what? I always have.
I think it's in Roll20.
Is that where I put it? I've been too long.
Yep. I put a copy in Roll20 too. Where I gave
Mission
you
campaign phase. There
it
it is.
runs step 3. It's hard to see in Roll20 because it's picture inside of a picture inside of a picture. But we did play the primary mission.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, congratulations, guys. That was good. It was a good comeback, and it was fun to do. So thanks for doing that here. We're in step 3, resolve missions, play out primary mission. Ensure surviving Legionnaires getting XP on their playbooks. Should we knock that out? I think. Dom, you have a good roll, man.
Yeah.
Some good rolls tonight.
That's what I do. It's why you guys keep me around.
Get 1 XP for surviving. Everybody that's
All right, let's go with the people who actually played here. Actually, and well, we're gonna mark a couple on Spud's too, because Spud was played for the first half of the mission. So if you feel any of his stuff was justifiable, we'll also mark his. So Rakash is not gonna be doing stuff here. So why don't you take us through Nugget real quick?
all right.
1 to survive.
1 for surviving. I don't think I did a desperate with him, did I? No, I didn't. If you helped your squad by staying out of the way or surviving despite the odds, yes, we did survive despite the odds. I'm putting that into special abilities because let's see. If you bought into play your heritage or trauma, I didn't. Not with him. I did it with the other guy because the other guy was Rakash was exactly the same for the traits. This is Rakash's little brother, basically. But then, per highest threat of opponent faced.
That's a 4.
So
It's major XP.
So he dings for 1, and then I'm going to put. That makes him a soldier because he has to take not a rookie anymore.
Our first soldier.
Note.
Nugget's gonna be so proud. Or is Makit gonna be proud?
Let's see, and that leaves me with still
Makit.
3 XP.
Yeah, Mackett's definitely proud of his brother. This shows that my prayers to the gods above to protect him and make him great are going through.
Let's see,
Anything else?
Do when I upgrade to a soldier? I've got 3 extra XP still to spend, but I'm just trying to see what do you get a free one when you promote or what?
Do you need a new playbook for a soldier to switch it over
It
to?
automatically, it's already set up to whenever I hit that
Okay.
and I click the not a rookie anymore, it actually prompted me to promote him to a soldier.
Okay,
So
excellent.
the playlist changed to a soldier.
Can I move on to the next person, or do we have more?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, Mike, let's go with your scout first.
One
Right.
special soldier.
So, obviously, I survived the mission. I got 1. Helped your squad through stealth or foresight, definitely.
Yep.
Brought into play your heritage or trauma, which I definitely did by the fact I continuously stayed light and fast and quiet. And played into that consistently, which stings me.
Do we know what trauma you take, by the way?
I'm gonna go with obsessed. Specifically obsessed with making sure everyone gets out alive.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Very thematic.
All right.
With the ding, though, I'm going to take a level of... I'll figure that out here in a second.
That's fine.
But, and then per highest threat of enemy faced, that's 4, which is going to ding my prowess, which I'm going to put into another point of maneuver.
Black Standing Storm, no relation to Black Riding Gale.
Mhm.
So, what'd you say?
What is there?
You put into what? What'd you say?
I put the last 4 of my XP from the enemy level into prowess, which dinged me and got me to maneuver, and then I also grabbed Infiltrator.
Ah. When you gather info through clandestine observation or attempt to bypass traps and security measures, gain potency. That's excellent. And your maneuver went up to 2, which really makes sense after this mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Let's jump down to Yox, then we'll come back to Mackett.
Okay. I rolled 2 desperate actions. I already marked those. I survived, so that's 1. I helped my squad through might, I would say.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
you had some might there.
I used my toughness of my Zamyati heritage to ignore my acid burns and throw that spear in the final action. And level 4 threat means 4 more XP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's everything.
What are you gonna? You put your prowess up. What are you gonna put the dot into?
Yeah, that's probably maneuver.
He's also learned to hustle a little bit in that full plate armor of his. Oh crap! Gotta get running. All right, perfect.
Because I can't max out skirmish, can I?
I think you have to take.
If you have mastery, I think you can go up to rank 4. If you took the elite perk, you can gain mastery of 2
Yes.
abilities, and they can go up to 4.
Yep.
Okay.
So you max out your special ability, take elite, then 2 of those can go. Yep, I knew that somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So I spent Nuggets XP, and he did get a free special ability. So it took loaded for bear because he's not exactly the smartest guy, so I didn't think these other ones fit. But now instead of 2 load, when he picks the utility items on missions, he can pick 4 items.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was thematically good for him.
Yeah, because he picked up someone carrying him. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're gonna be the utility person, hun. All right. So you got a soldier here. Now we go back to Mackett. Mackett, is he also going to become a soldier?
Maybe. So let's see. Survive the mission, +1. Help the squad by staying out of the way or surviving despite the odds. Definitely stayed out of the way of that last encounter, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Brought in the player heritage or trauma. Not really, unfortunately, just because I wasn't around too much outside of being happy for the god, being happy that the gods have heard my prayer that my brother can, grow up to be big and strong. And unless you count warm for, even though we were in a very desperate situation with, easily could have left the commander behind, like you said, I still did turn back and try to help.
For playing into what now?
Playing into warm.
If you think that's warm, that's up to you.
Kind of feels better. Kind of feels opposite of cold.
Okay. Okay, then fine.
Nice.
And then for a ding, with +1.
+1. Yep.
So yeah, not a rookie anymore.
Yeah. So you don't have to take that, right? You can stay a rookie and take another trait, but you're going to promote as well. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna promote as well.
Sweet. I think you should. 2 soldiers. I mean, that's if you get your whole squad up to soldiers. I mean, that's one of those things when you're asking the questions, you get extra, die on the
You
missions.
also get 2 traumas instead of the 1.
Yep. So that's why I'm like, the specialists don't get 3 trauma, but I guess they don't.
They have an ability to get you. They're survivor.
You have to
get
take
survivor and
you have to take survivor, and if you take it a second time,
Yeah.
well, you have to put 2 pips into it, don't you?
Yep, it costs 2 to buy it.
So it costs 2 to get 1 extra trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's oh man, that takes a while to get there. Okay, so and that becomes your first rank. So
I'm just gonna figure out what I want to give him for his special stuff.
alrighty. So we got Black Standing Storm is done, Yax is done, right? Nugget is done. And we've lost Akash, and then we have to do
Russet. Spud.
oh,
Right.
I forgot about Spud. I'm gonna open him up. Like a potato. And put some butter in there. Oh, Lucas.
It's the one.
We're gonna do it for Jeff. Every time you roll desperate action, I don't think he did. He marks 1 XP for surviving. I'm just going to put it in his general. You guys can tell me if you want him to do something else. He survived the mission. He helped the squad by staying out of the way or surviving despite the odds, right?
Yep.
He's coming along the same track. He brought into playbook heritage or trauma, marked or traveler. Fast,
I
quiet.
think he did Traveler because that's why he took normal load while we were trying to sneak.
Okay, I'll give him an extra 1 there. And then he gets 4 XP. So if you want, Spud can also go up to soldier. Do you guys want him to become soldier?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
It's good for him. It gives him more trauma.
Who's promoting him? Who's doing this? Who's taking control of this guy? It's probably
Just a button click.
our marshal that can do it because
Yeah.
no, you can. I don't need to. I just want to. I just
And
like clicking
I get
buttons.
to pick another move, right?
Yeah, he gets one of the special abilities for soldier. The cavalry one is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about either grabbing that or over the top.
Whatever you pick, just click the bell so it can go up on the screen. Well, then you guys talk it out here. So you gotta have three rookies out of 5 that are promoted for their actions in combat.
Nuggets.
I think it's the marshal that determines this, or the commander.
Marshall is in charge of the people themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a little scene where we like honor Rakash and promote the rookies, kind of like in our next session.
So yeah, for secondary missions, the Marshal gives 2 XP for any special assigned to that mission. That's it.
Well, we have to
The
roll.
regular- the rookies have to be played.
We have to roll to
Yes,
see.
great.
Yeah, we have to roll to see how that goes too, which we'll do, and then we'll probably cut it after that because I just want to have that done so we can come back to the.
Yeah, because the next step would have been to make the engagement roll to resolve the secondary mission.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll probably cut it there. Then we'll do mission penalties and rewards next time, and we'll come back to the. We'll lead that, and then we're still in the mission phase, but we'll do that as part of going into the camp phase for next time. That way we can, get out of here and have a good night. But I want to know what the 2 abilities are from each of our russet, which the marshal will take care of, and from Mackett here.
Mackett with cavalry, seeing obviously the need to quickly get away from harm and not be anywhere near any of whatever the heck that was. He has decided that horses are the fastest way to get away from things that he's not want to be near.
It's a pretty sweet one too.
Yeah, because it doesn't actually take, as far as it reads, it doesn't actually take up use of horses.
No, it just says if he has them, you get them.
And I think we have horses.
If Cormac has a horse that use available, all members of your squad start missions with mounts. You gain +1 die to maneuver while mounted. It feels like you get to cheat the horse usage without using horses.
Exactly, and we have 2 uses of horses.
All right, let's roll that. What are you doing, Spud?
So I really like Spud. So I think I'm going to give him Hardened just to give him some longevity. He's someone who's kind of that the guy who stays positive through it all.
You do know that you have to mark both boxes where he gets the benefit.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bogus.
Wait, hold it out. Well, no, because as soon as you march the first box, it adds the stress bars. So I think that means you can take it twice, actually. Yep.
Yeah, unlike
Holy
Oh,
shit!
that's
I mean,
different.
holy crap! Look at all those stress
that's
boxes.
awesome.
Well, let's check.
So I bet the same thing happens when you do Survivor
Yeah, let's check that.
Oh my gosh! Look at all those health bars.
and the trauma. Okay, so it doesn't. You don't have to fill both to get it. Like in
No, this
Blaze.
is completely different. Yeah. Holy
Okay.
crap.
Okay, so there you go. You heard it here first, folks. No, you probably did. Anyway, so Harden, you just click it as your ability, and now he can take 8 stress instead of 6. Spud is gonna be like, yay! Just follow me, eh? I'll do it. I'll lead these rookies to victory, or I'll just be a baked potato on your plate. All right, you betcha.
All right,
Okay.
So I guess now we just see if that mission failed.
All right, so let's get the martial questions out and do that secondary.
Absolutely.
Let me go back to, so that was the first mission, Screaming Citadel, and then the secondary was the mission number 3, the Western Mountain is called. That was a supply for scrounge and trade. there was a merc company known as the Burden of the Spider, called Spiders for the short. They had come across a surplus of supply, and they're trying to unload it before hiking further east. They're looking to trade on a first-come, first-served basis. Another mercenary group, not the Immortals, called the Hollowsmiths, have shown interest. But the commander's like, or you guys as a group are like, no, we want the supply, not them. So you took Officer Joster and the Ghost Owls.
Yes.
And
so questions before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are all on the mission oath sworn to the Legion? I think that's a yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did the commander spend 1 intel to give you foresight and info? I don't think he did.
Mm-mm.
Is everyone on the mission a specialist or soldier? No.
Mm.
Does any Legionnaire distrust the leadership or not fear them enough to obey orders on the battlefield? I'd say not. Are required specialists or equipment not on the mission? I think the officer was someone who was considered required, right?
I do believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Awesome.
me see. It was a
Is that 1 dice or 2 or at?
scrounge trade.
So we're at 2 dice. Wait, no, we're still at 1 dice, 1 die.
Yep, because you would have had one taken away if you didn't have the required. Now there's the other missions for specifically the supply mission. If you
Did we start with 1 die or do you start with 0?
start with 0, you start with
Okay.
0.
So we have
zero in the
1.
system. So yeah, it was heavy, officer, or scout was required.
So supplies, did the quarter wait.
Yep.
Yes, supply mission. Okay.
Yep.
Did the quartermaster spend food to equip the mission? I think he did, right?
So, knew he spent food on something.
Mike, these were all
No.
supply. These were all supply missions, so he might have spent it on the first one.
Yeah. Did you
think
spend
I-
2 food?
I might have. Let me check my sheet here.
He supplied a food and a black shot on your primary. 'Cause I wrote it down on supplies
Okay.
brought. I don't think he did on this one.
Yeah. I think I didn't because we only have 3, or rather, we have
We're dotting them as you use them, right?
gotten them as we use them, I believe.
We're gonna get it right eventually.
No, I don't think I was dotting them as I was using them. I think I was dotting them as we.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be full and unclickable.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back to previous episodes to try to find it, but I'm gonna trust that's the way. Fill them up and then uncheck them. Then
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around, but I'm gonna trust Mike to know.
You shouldn't do that.
Fool. All right. Well, I don't think you spent a food because I would have written it down. So I don't think there's a food unless you want to give him a food right now.
I'll throw the food that way.
All right. There's a food.
Yep. So we'll have.
2 die.
Is there another? Okay. Any other more questions for supply?
No.
All right. So 2 dice.
He rolls great. So roll great.
2 dice.
Much.
Hey.
5. Fail the mission, or you can succeed. 2 squad members die, and all specialists take level 2 iron. Oh.
That's really mean for a 5.
Now double check the book, but yeah, well, if you get
Yeah.
if you don't get like at least a 6, it's rough.
Okay. What was the trade-off on this mission?
What you get, you mean?
Hold on
Yeah.
a second.
You get an asset, which either
Asset and +2 supply, or we lose 1 morale.
Or we lose 1 morale?
Mhm.
Penalties 1 morale. That's why we chose to take it, because it wasn't. The other one had no penalty. This was the one with a penalty that was that minor, and the asset was worth
If
it.
we take another morale, we're still at 8, which gives us 2 liberties.
We have the flag. So, well, the flag stops the death penalty.
death penalties, which we could
have
use
4 more.
to offset Rakash, because we're currently maxed out. I just counted 1 off for Rakash.
Yeah. Well, we don't. We have the flag now, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, I guess so. We can count that out. I say we just fail the mission and take the 1. I don't want to kill the owls.
Well, that's up to you. This is your call here.
Yeah,
Give them
let's.
all.
But now the
Yeah,
quarter,
they return
quartermaster's like,
empty-handed, I many.
Then there's 2 supply to get there, buddy.
2 supplies
'Cause-
and an asset.
They take what? 2 harm? They just take level 2 harm.
Well, no, 2 people die.
2 rookies die, and the specialist takes level 2 harm.
Oh,
We could offset that. What? So the asset, was that our catapult or something?
You get horses, siege weapon, or a mercy, which I had.
I think we were going for the mercy for that one.
Yeah, because the mercies are really good.
I would tell you what you get, and I might even roll it
Oh, yeah.
randomly.
Okay.
Definitely.
You know what?
We were hoping for a mercy. Is what
I'll double back on that and let's kill 2 rookies.
Oh,
Who
are you
died?
kidding?
All right, let me know their names.
That's gonna be 4 names, isn't it, Lord Keeper?
I believe so.
Yeah. Rhina, Chiara.
All right, wait a minute. This is Ghost Owls.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna write their whole names. So Reina, Rosie,
And we'll go Kirish Pinkaya.
Kirish, and Kaya. All right, now that's a 4
All right.
tick there.
We're gonna do some of these things next time before we start marking all the penalties and things. Let's just recall. I'm gonna give you the mercy. If that's what you're looking for. So you want to do a first come first serve supply grab, right? So there's the spiders trying to give it away. The hollowsmiths are there. There was a tango, and 2 rookies died because of this. But somehow you bring back 2 supply and a mercy. So tell me, kind of flesh it out. Like how'd this go bad? What happened?
So it ended up being a bit of a I think there's a bit of a Mexican standoff between the representatives of the Immortals and like a local, not lord, but like the owner of a fief or whatever. And he was trying to secure goods that we were as well, and it started a bidding war. Joster probably tried to steal everything, and things went south from there. A couple of rookies got caught up in the crossfire, as well as Joster taking a level 2 harm.
So we'll say gunshot.
Sure.
And I'm assuming the Hollowsmiths, who was the merc group that was hired by the Lord, probably also got shot up pretty bad, maybe worse, which is why you drove them away. And then, where's the mercy come from, though? Where he or she part of that? Mike, what do you think?
I'm thinking that the mercy was kind of part of the extra supplies that the other mercenary group couldn't take, or the mercy was around and someone saw them and was like, yes, we need an extra mercy, and then picked them up over the shoulder and ran.
Picked him up and shouldered him away.
Yeah, just quickly in the chaos, just picked him up when
So
you're coming with us.
So the ghost owls kidnapped this person.
Possibly.
Okay.
Nobody's sure know exactly where they came from, but someone was very happy and said, "Hey guys, I got a merc." They kind of walked on, and someone was like, "Wait, what is that? Oh, this? Oh, this is a new sword I found on the ground." No, the person on your shoulder. Oh,
Do not resist. You're being liberated.
Exactly.
All right, Mark. You need to add a mercy and then pick a name for this person. And you also have to add 2 supply. And I guess since the penalty, why don't you mark the penalties for missions?
There was no
pursued?
men. Yeah, the other one was no penalty.
Well, there's going to be a -1 morale penalty. So I want to mark the penalties, and then we'll bring them back up once you use the banner, right? But you'll take 1 morale for Rakash right now, and that's it.
Then Rena and Kirsha.
And surviving specialists for secondary missions get 2 XP. So Joster still gets 2 XP. Make sure you mark that for him. And then I think what we'll do is we'll call it there. So we have to remember that we're on phase or part 4, part number 3 for the commander, where we gain, lose pressure, time, and intel. Right? Because there's going to be just a little bit more because you stayed there from last time, right? I have to look at that because you should have an extra pressure, because you should have 2 pressure, I think. Because we have 1 pressure from always being in a spot, then it disappears, comes back. But you should have 2 because you stayed in the location. Do you want to roll it now and see where you're at?
Let me look here.
Okay. I know I keep going. I don't want to. So I think pressure should be 2 because you stayed at the location the second time.
Okay.
Which means you roll 2 dice for time
so
passing.
2? Okay, so.
Which this is the one roll you want to fail. You want to roll low on purpose. Because once spring is up, that first clock fills. Oh, and you do well. Add time according to the result. So that's just 1 tick, right? I'll get the one that's on the map.
So we're just inching closer to spring being over.
And then pressure goes back to 0.
Back to 0?
I believe. So once spring is over, the broken each get a new ability. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Well, let's see. Is that a good spot?
Yep, and I have named our new Mercy after they finally calmed down and stopped hitting someone with a frying pan.
Okay.
Their name is Claudia Lucretia.
So they have 2 mercies.
Mm-hmm.
So you can technically use one every other mission, right? You can have 1 mercy in this time, 1 the next time, and you can always get a healing check for free.
I mean, technically, we could always have them healing each other for infinite healing.
But they can only heal each other. Just be passing the wound back and forth.
Nothing.
Mike, you should totally do that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So when we come back next time, we're going to have to come back to the quartermaster where we gain, lose supply, and assets. Where we have to spend stuff. So we're going to be on part 4, number 4. So we're going to call it right there. I'm just going to say that out loud so that I can remember that next time.
I'll put it on my notes too.
Okay. I can do enough time, but... All right, so I've talked enough. My voice is going, and it's time to close out this session. This has been Band of Blades. Pretty well. I'm going into the campaign phase next, which I really like. I like to see how the mechanics stuff works and overall, and watching how the field staff or the command staff deal with the problems. Because next time it's gonna be some fun role playing. I think with the death of the medic. That's death of the medic, promotion of 3 rookies, and well, death of 2 more rookies, right? Yeah, death of 2 rookies and Rakash. So, and there's going to be a story from the Lore Keeper, our first time ever, because every 4 deaths means a story comes out. Yep. So all that's happening next time. It's in 2 weeks. So this Sunday will be something that Dom will talk about, and next week Tuesday will be our bi-weekly game. So next week Tuesday will be Alien RPG and Dungeons and Dragons on this Thursday next week. So I'm Lucas G. Variety. Follow, like, subscribe, and thank you for being here, audience. Thank you for being here, players. I'll just pass it over to Dom right now, and we'll do our shout tros, and we'll leave.
Hey guys, my name is Dom. I run another show here on Lucas G Variety, and that is the Song of the Bone Kings. It's built around a system called Chasing Adventure. It's a really neat, punchy little system if you like your kind of powered by the apocalypse systems with a little bit of the Blades in the Dark jives that we got going on over here at Band of Blades. It's really the best of both worlds as I see it. Super fast, super fun. Come check us out. We're playing it. We're kind of in between 2 story arcs right now and starting to address our big bad evil guy coming up. So definitely tune in Sundays at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, yeah. 2 o'clock. Be there or be square. I'll pass it along to Soundwave's Ghost.
Hey, I'm Soundwave's Ghost. I play the commander, the Lore Keeper, rookies, and dead people here on this show. And on the other show, I run the interestingly fun game of Alien RPG by Free League Publishing, running the guys through the closing act of the Cinematic Destroyer of Worlds, which is available in PDF, and of course, you can purchase it. And it's also got modules now for Roll20, for Fantasy Grounds, and for Foundry. They made sure they covered all their bases, so you can get into the action even faster. If only one person wants to pay for something, you can buy the modules, and it has everything you need to play it. Yes, I'm plugging it because I really enjoy their products. What else? I think that's it for me. I play here, and sometimes I help out on AP Gaming Reels channel on game nights, especially Sunday nights. We play Farm Simulator 19, which we didn't expect to have fun doing it. We thought it was just gonna be a one-off thing, and suddenly we have a lot of fun. And he puts it up on his YouTube. So check that out if you have itching to see a bunch of like 5 or 6 guys making a fool of themselves, pretending to know what they're doing. Sort of like this happened tonight. Anyway, we'll pass it on to Haruka Junko.
Hi, I'm Haruka Junko, one of the channel hobos here. I play over in the Aliens RPG game, this, and I also GM a game on this channel called Robotech, the Macross Saga, in which I spend the entire time bullying Lucas G Variety on his own channel. We're getting into the final arcs of the show, and who will survive? Will humanity survive? Did Lucas G Variety survive hitting the water at terminal velocity in a broken fighter jet? Did Chuck Burning survive it in what is less than a scrapped wreck of a fighter jet? Who knows? And who will I kill next time?
Me.
Robotech will be back.
Don't worry, I have plans to kill you, Soundblade. I am working on them.
I'm gonna seduce it.
That is an option. But
You watch. I'll make it happen by accident. You watch.
But besides that, I sometimes stream over twitch.tv/SuperJunko. And yeah, you can usually find me here. But with that, I'm gonna pass it back to Lucas.
Well, that's all I got to say. Come back Sunday, and then next week Tuesday and finally Thursday we always have games going on. There's 5 different shows running right now, and sometimes some video games. So we'll get back to that as we go. I got kids. As they get older, I can probably schedule a little bit better because they'll listen to me, right? They'll be able to understand me. They won't necessarily listen to me about like, go to your room for 2 hours so I can do this. Okay, thank you. Yep. The 2-year-old is very good at saying no right now. Anyway, that's all I got. So we'll see you guys later. Have a good night. God bless. Good gaming. Peace. We're out of here. Later.
Have a great one.